It feels like a barbed penis would be uncomfortable.
Why do you know what a barbed penis feels like?
I said it feels like it would.
I know. I did hear you correctly. Yeah. It feels like it's. I don't know.
I said
I would imagine.
I would imagine that a barbed penis was uncomfortable.
It's it wouldn't feel good.
You're gonna
see that sometimes at porno though. They take a toilet brush and stick it in a lady.
We are watching different porns.
Yeah,
clearly.
Yeah, Kyle. Where are the other 6 black guys?
That's rough.
Oh, speaking of my version of porn.
Now, at what point in that porn does like the hot girl get stuck in the dryer? When does that happen?
Toward the end when they're done with her.
Or she gets stuck under the bed.
What would you say is the weirdest or maybe most disturbing porn?
Oh, we did. We talked about this years and years ago, and I remember maybe we were doing like a segment going through DeviantArt, which is like a site where a bunch of people upload their own art, and there was like a whole community called Vore. And all they were into, like a lot of it wasn't even nude. It was just like people eating other people or like swallowing them or consuming them.
I think Vore is specifically like the enormous woman, like the fantasy of like a 50-foot, remember the movie Attack of the 50-Foot Tall Woman?
Yeah.
It's like a really tall, attractive lady like walking around in heels. I think the fantasy involves like an enormous woman grabbing you, or maybe you being small. It's the discrepancy in size that's the fetish. And being like devoured like a little man and like becoming part of her or something. I think that's what the core of Vore is.
I thought it was about eating, like being.
Well, it's part of it, but there's also like it's not cannibalism per se. It's not. That would be a separate thing. Like that German guy who was advertising to like sell his penis to be eaten online or whatever the hell that time.
Oh, I remember that.
He's not into Vore at all. He's into cannibalism and like sadism and gay stuff.
I just looked up DeviantArt Vore. That was one of the first gifts.
But Vore feels like
don't show that, Zach.
Like smothering times 10.
Yes, but it's not just being smothered. You have to be eaten.
Have you ever seen that anime Attack on Titan?
No.
A little.
Oh, well, a core component of that is enormous human-like monsters who eat you in that way. So there's definitely Rule 34. That's Attack on Titan, right? Or am I mixing it up with something? There's definitely like some crossover there. I don't understand that one per se. I don't want to be devoured by a woman.
See, look at this gift, Kyle. It's
enormous.
It's a lady wearing like furry pants inside what I assume to be a belly being digested.
She's been eaten and she's being digested.
Yeah. And so you get two sides of this coin. The people who are jacking off to the big fat external.
Or hang on a minute.
People jacking off to the internal.
Are you sure she hasn't been slid into a pussy?
I
see the acid. I see the pool of acid she's floating in. Now okay. It took me a second to like understand the physics of
I didn't realize she was waist deep in acid.
I didn't realize that till right now.
She's sort of floating. Yeah, it took me a second to recognize that. Okay, yeah, she's definitely been eaten and is being devoured, and she's happy about it.
Yeah. Vore, so that's an interesting one.
Maybe that's just a girl who's into Vore.
What did you have in mind, Josh?
Well, I'm so curious out of the three of you, Woody, what's your what is your weirdest sexual? You seem like a
show that one, Zach. That one's great.
What, like you seem like you would be more right down the middle as far as your sexual proclivities.
I'm not sure what the question is, but
what would be like? What's your weirdest ask? Or
his mom watches this show. What are you doing right now?
She never misses an episode. She never misses a minute. She could be traveling to China, something they do more often than you'd guess, and she comes back and catches up on like the 12 hours.
I just like it when I'm with a woman who loves me.
Dude, in North Carolina, porn has been roughly outlawed. You need a VPN to see it or anything.
What?
Which means the only sites that just flaunt the law are the wildest ones. So the homepage of these places will have like half of the pages involve murder. And then they bang the corpses. And I'm like,
are you a motherless?
This has backfired on you. I'm weirder than ever.
Where you going?
Wait, what website is this?
Motherless.
Wait,
yes. I bet me. You know what's funny? On Motherless, they have one thing. There's a category called "Being Watched Now," I bet Woody's videos are being displayed on there sometimes when I log in. That's beautiful. And I'm so glad Woody said it before me because I don't feel as guilty now.
What's Motherless?
Motherless.com is a porn
kind
site.
of website that ignores North Carolina legislation.
Yes.
That must be so funny. You're like, man, I can't wait to jack off to some big tits. And then you open it, you're like, oh, fuck, a Serbian guy with his head caved in. Let's go. Let's go a little
It won't be that. It won't be that. No, it won't be that. It'll be like a woman completely covered in shit, crawling on the floor.
Oh,
and she looks
horrible.
sad. Or
Just
it'll be
porn, you monsters.
It'll be a vagina that's been stapled shut. Or it'll be like a penis that's got maggots coming out of the tip. And you're like scrolling, looking for the good stuff. You know, I just want to see a good throat fuck.
Is this balanced out by like, oh, here's a big titty girl stuck in a dryer?
Yes. Yeah. All right. None of that. No fakery. This is real. This is all like
she's really
uploaded.
stuck.
This isn't like
there's fakery because those women aren't really being murdered. But
there's hangings.
There's a lot of like
snuff.
It starts
Fake
off
snuff.
with like consensual kissing. And then she's strangled, and then he has his way with her dead body. She's not dead; she's an actress.
Yeah.
But
can I interject a little because so there's one branch of it. I've watched a good bit of this stuff for research, and so what they do is because I was like, what the fuck is this? I've never seen one where I thought it was even close to real. By the way, watch the movie 8mm. It's about this exact topic. Huh. It's about an investigator finding a snuff film. And then researching whether it's real or not. James Gandolfini, Nicolas Cage, bunch of good actors, very good movie. But I've never seen anything that looked real. But what I have seen is where they're not even trying. At the beginning, the guy will like sneak up behind the girl in a ninja suit, and he'll have like a fake baton, and he'll go tink in the back of her head, like clearly not making contact. And she goes ah, and now she's unconscious, so he can.
And now you're not even hard.
But are the maggots and the staples real?
That's real. That's real.
I believe the staples are real because we've looked up before when Filthy was on here years ago, the people who have like the sexual hang-ups, like the literal hanging by hooks in their flesh.
They like to
incorporate that into suspension
flesh.
play, which is ghastly.
It's hard to say that Motherless has a theme, right? Because it's just wild stuff. But if I were to say it did have a theme, it would be women making bad decisions, right? Some of it's fake, but also like you know what? I don't think this guy that uploaded your revenge porn really loved you.
What's the tamest thing that's on there?
Just sex, just a good old like a romantic evening out with your wife, and then we have like
sometimes it says innocent as getting girls on Omegle to show you their goodies.
Yeah, there's lots of that. There's lots of like screen of Omegle chats of dudes talking girls into getting naked or whatever. Just anything and everything. Lots of like chat roulette, and then just lots of like dirty girls who like to have a dirty time. And they uploaded that shit in 2005.
Woody, you just need to get a VPN.
They got an iPhone 3
because this is more trouble than it's worth.
When Kyle says dirty girls, if you're not picturing them covered in scat, then you're not picturing it right,
dude. It's a landmine when you scroll. And I thought about this recently. I swear that I've trained my brain to like ignore the poop. Like I need to know that it is poop, but I don't need to ever look at it. Like I'm like, that person clearly covered in something brown. Keep scrolling. All right, I think that's a close-up of a penis with something crawling out of it. Don't want to see that. Keep moving.
No.
It's rough. It really is. But like Woody said, the other option is like go to Pornhub, and it's so like cookie cutter and 4K HD. Like they're actresses and actors.
I miss
that aren't good at acting.
If I go to Pornhub now, I just get a lady lecturing me about North Carolina politics.
Is she hot?
No.
She's fine.
Is she?
Again.
That's funny. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, that is pretty funny.
If you go to that website, there's no porn. It's just somebody telling you that you shouldn't watch porn.
It's someone saying, like, thanks to the politics.
As you may know, your elected officials in North Carolina are requiring us to verify your age before you access our website. While safety and compliance are at the forefront of our mission, giving your ID card every time you want to visit an adult platform is not the most effective solution. And then it's like 6 paragraphs long, but basically they say we're not servicing your state.
But who doesn't think it's being logged every time you put your ID? So at some point in time, it's going to come out that some dude in North Carolina logged on to Pornhub 180 times in 1 week. You know?
he had a rough week. He was sad. Yeah, that is so gay that they have like a lecture on there for you.
Oh, there's
and now
a video
you've been
that
pushed.
plays. Yeah.
You've been pushed into the weirdest corner of the internet for porn, and you're having to scroll through just dastardly things just to see a big titty bitch jumping around.
Big titty. Who are you talking to?
I'm superimposing my own likes.
You're projecting.
No, there's all sorts of great stuff on there. The casting videos are fun, like especially the European casting stuff. Big fan of that.
Why European casting over the American casting?
Because those women are just like they didn't grow up eating our processed food or something, man. They are all like 98 pounds.
I can't tell they're bad actresses when I have to understand what they're saying through closed captions.
Yeah,
that too. And if they look scared, then that's better. Now I know they're not acting. You know.
See, now look at you. Now you're supporting Andrew Tate.
No.
Retard porn would have been the weirdest one I saw.
Oh, how retarded!
Like the noises were disturbing. So
how retarded were they?
Like Corky from Life Goes On.
Can I recommend if you like retard porn for that reason? I recommend death porn. You get all the same noises, but none of the after coitus guilt.
I didn't want you to get the impression that I liked it. That wasn't. I'm not looking for more.
Oh, I know you didn't want me to, but I took it.
Wait, was it like midget porn, where like only one of them was retarded?
Yes, actually.
Now that ethically is a bag of worms. There, they should both be retarded. Yeah, although
that is hotter.
Both of them. The intro to like the porn is like their mom driving and like picking up the other one.
Oh,
because they can't drive.